carburetors for the Norton Commando fit onto the cylinder head using manifolds. Gasket interface between the head and the manifold is a heat interruption or blocking fibre gasket, relatively thick. There does not appear to be any other gaskets on that interface. My plan therefore is to use some 3-bond. I can never get it out of the tube, just to ensure that I get a good seal. Very thin smear on both sides. To seal up the manifold. There's all sorts of hurt involved if you get an air leak at that point. Mind you, that 3-bond does get everywhere. Now I have experimented with fitting these. I think I'll take the tube off if I can get now. I can't get it off. So I found that these special skinny nuts do fit, and you fit the one with the 2 studs first. Snug that all the way down, because you can't get to the inner nut. And then I'm using 1 Allen bolt. That one and fit the Amal glue. Because I'm going to be in front of the camera. Yeah. Retrieve that nut. Where did that nut go? You can see the reason for taking the stud out of the inner one, plus the fact an Allen key in that, or an Allen screw in that inner one, makes it easier to fit the carburetors. The right hand Amal Premier Carb 932 is fitted first because that allows you access to the inner nut, which is done up to ensure that you've actually pinched the O-ring down, but not too tight, so that you can actually bend the flange. On the carburetor, you'll note that the throttle cable is fitted, and I actually have a rubber boot to slide down over the adjuster once it's all ready to adjust, to stop the water getting in. I've had water getting into the bottom of the carbs, causing various bikes not to run. These carbs have an adapter ring fitted, and that's to fit into the air cleaner. And on this one, I've actually fitted the Allen screw because it has to get past this boss and can be quite complicated, difficult if it's too long. Stand up like this. There we go. Now you sometimes need to have that slightly slack, so you can pull the carburetor a little bit further away so that the nut can actually get past the boss for the tickler. Okay. With the two carbs fitted, the next stage is to fit the air cleaner. The air cleaner, brand new in this case, is stainless steel. It has the air filter already inside, and it is a slightly slimmer version which allows for easier fitting, so I'm told, of the unit onto the bike. Right. Seems to slide up from underneath, and rubber boots will go on there. while assembling the air filter assembly on my Norton Commando, I have the stainless steel reduced width filter, and I installed the back plate, which is held on with two internal bolts onto the battery tray, and then the top strap that is strapped to the frame, and then attempted to put the front plate on. You have to have the filter assembly itself out, obviously, to get to these two internal bolts down here. 20/20 hindsight, I should have put the front plate on first and then the back plate, because the front plate has these two rubber joints, pipes that fit onto the carburetors, and the adapters that are available from Andover, Norton, RGM, etc. on these 932 carburetors screw on, and then they have a lip that the rubber goes over. Now you can actually get your fingers inside and lift this rubber over the the rim to make it fit, but it is a struggle, and without the plate there it would have been easier to do. Having got those on, this plate seems to be quite well supported now and doesn't tend to fall off, and obviously is pushing against the filter. The filter that can be installed, and that's not a particularly difficult job. It's just juggling to get it in through the parts between the plates. That then fits into place there, and then the two pinch bolts, clamp bolts, whatever you want to call them, actually fit one on each side, and these are again quarter UNF, so that makes the whole assembly of the filter quarter UNF, because all of the nuts and bolts and such like. There we go. So this is dropped down. Obviously these be right exactly in place, ought to all tighten up correctly, but there we go. So that's on. The final piece of the puzzle for the carburetors is actually routing the throttle cables up to the handlebars. I opted on this bike to use a dual throttle cable system, so the two cables come out and follow around and up to the throttle of course. One of the problems or issues is to actually have two cables coming up to the handlebars, and they can just run along beside each other. I have fitted the rubbers on the top of the adjusters, which are easily to get at to actually balance the carburetors, although of course you can do it on the top of the top of the throttle body as well.